Bishop McNamara's tournament woes continued Friday night, but Saturday's a new day and hope springs eternal. Nashville's title hopes were dashed by Quincy Notre Dame, so Wayne Hari will look to take home his second straight third-place trophy. The Fighting Irish and the Hornets next. Just one more chance to mix it up for these two teams in the 2009-2010 season. The Nashville Hornets taking on Bishop McNamara in the 2A consolation game. Hello and welcome to Redbird Arena on the campus of Illinois State University, Doug Collins Court. I'm Lee Hall along with Sherrard coach Becky Ince. And Becky, a couple of teams that have dealt with disappointment, at least the programs have, here at State before Nashville. Bishop McNamara, several trips to State over the last few years. This is as far as they've gotten, though, the third place game, so they've been there, done that.
You know, both teams just have to put, yesterday behind them. Coach Bennett said it perfectly when I saw him today. He said the sun did come up, and both teams just got to come out and play their game. And, again, both of them, whether they win or lose, are going to come home with hardware. Absolutely.
Let's take a look at the road to State, how these teams got here. First for Nashville, just a 3-point win in the semifinal over Frankfurt. And then it was pretty easy sailing past Heron and Piasaw Southwestern. And then, of course, the loss yesterday, a very hard-fought, well-played game. They lose by 6 to Quincy Notre Dame. The road to Normal for Bishop McNamara, another kind of a cruise, actually, up until yesterday's semifinal loss to Bloomington Central Catholic, 67-40. And we talked to Jeff Bennett just moments ago, and he talked about, things are going to happen like this in life. You're going to be dealt disappointments. And I said, don't I know it? You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn to deal with that, and his girls are going to have to deal with that here tonight.
Yeah, in the game of basketball, you talk about you learn life lessons, and like he said, it's all about learning from disappointment and bouncing back from it, and hopefully both teams do that today.
Let's take a look at our key players. First for the Hornets from Nashville, Melanie Ryan, the guard who had a nice game in the semifinal.
She did everything she could to keep her team in the game. She's a great defensive player, 11 points yesterday, and again, she just kind of has that competitiveness on the court.
It'll be important for Nashville, too, I think, for Jennifer Moeller to come back and have a good game. She only had 6 points, and she averages a little bit better than that, almost 10 points per game. Now, the key player for Bishop McNamara.
Erica Tatum, again, is the key player for them. She did a great job yesterday trying to keep her team in the ball game. She had 15 points, and again, she just seems to be that leader on the court. With her presence out there, they got to really try to feed her the ball today.
Erica Tatum, just a junior, trying to get McNamara the third-place trophy here tonight. Let's take a look now at our keys to the ball game. First for Nashville.
For Nashville, they're going to have to really work on attacking that paint like they did yesterday. They're going to have to get to the lane and look for some inside shots. They're also going to have to defend the post of, obviously, Erica Tatum. She is the key player on McNamara. They're going to have to control the glass by boxing out and finding bodies and just continue doing everything they did yesterday on the defensive end.
And the one thing you can say about Wayne Hari coach teams, when they get to State, for the most part, they play their games close. They are very closely contested ball games.
Yeah, they get after on the defensive end. They held Quincy Notre Dame to their all-time low, 39 points.
All right, now the keys to the game for Bishop McNamara, the Fighting Irish.
Again, they're going to have to try to defend the paint. They're going to have to do a better job than they did yesterday. They're also going to have to be patient on the offensive end. That's the key. They can't come down and take quick shots and let Nashville get easy layups in transition. I thought yesterday they had a lot of second-chance opportunities that they didn't, execute on, and they didn't finish those easy baskets. Going to have to do a better job of that tonight.
All right, Nashville trying to repeat the third-place trophy from 2009. And for McNamara, they were 4th in 08, trying to do one better than that here tonight. It's Bishop McNamara and Nashville for the Consolation Championship here, the third-place trophy. And we'll be right back after this network timeout. And we are just about ready to get things started here at Redbird Arena. Let's throw it across to PA announcer Jeff Fritzen for tonight's starting lineups.
Now, fans, here are the starting lineups for this Class 2A third place game of the 2010 IHSA Girls State Basketball Tournament. First from Nashville, number 5, junior Jenna Morris. For Kankakee, Bishop McNamara, number 5, a junior, Nicole Coglianese. For Nashville, number 10, a junior, Melanie Ryan. For McNamara, number 11, a junior, Alexis Payne. For Nashville, number 21, a senior, Annie Borowiak. For McNamara, number 13, a junior, Melissa LaRue. For Nashville, number 25, a junior, Courtney Hagemeyer. For McNamara, number 23, a junior, Erica Tatum. From Nashville, number 42, a junior, Jennifer Moeller. And from McNamara, number 33, a junior, Belinda Skosma. Nashville brings a 27-7 record into tonight's game. They're coached by Wayne Hari in his 10th year with a record of 269 wins and 52 losses. McNamara brings a 21-10 record into the game. They're coached by Jeff Bennett in his 8th year with a record of 164 and 78. Your officials for this third place game, Kurt Hartke, Greg Mullinex, and Joe Walden. And now, as the players and coaches wish each other good luck at half court, the IHSA Board of Directors and member schools expect to promote good sportsmanship from all athletes, coaches, students, parents, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Remember to do what's right.
Well, they didn't mention the announcers or the viewers, but we'll all be well behaved too, I trust, here tonight. Starting lineups for Nashville: Morris, Ryan, Borowiak, Hagemeyer, Moeller. For McNamara, Coglianese, LaRue, Payne, Tatum, and Skosma. There's a look at Wayne Hari, his 10th year as head coach of the Nashville Hornets. His 6th trip in 10 seasons to Redbird Arena. Done quite a job with that program.
I thought some of the 1A schools looked a little bit flat today when they started, so it'll be interesting to see if the legs are underneath the 2A teams here.
Well, McNamara didn't even try for that jump ball. The Hornets come away with it and get pressure right away, right as soon as they step across the half-court line.
Looks like they're being a little bit more aggressive in their 1-3-1. Yesterday they didn't really trap as hard, more soft traps, and it seems like they're trapping a little bit harder.
Hagemeyer with it in the corner. Now a long pass that just about gets Kevin O'Boy right in the hands. He was ready, willing, and able. There's a look at the tournament history. 8th appearance overall for Nashville. 6 of those for Wayne Hari. 2nd place in 1990. And the other finishes 4th in 02, and that was in Class A. And in 2A last year, the Hornets were 3rd. Skosma in the lane. Her first shot attempt is no good. LaRue gets the long rebound. Played almost a minute. We're scoreless.
Again, you see those second chance opportunities that McNamara is getting. They're just not finishing. They need to capitalize upon that.
And the Lady Irish turn it over. There's a look at Jeff Bennett in his professorial look with the sleeveless sweater. 5th appearance, 4th place in Class 2A in 2008.
Yes.
They'll take home another trophy tonight.
Yesterday, McNamara didn't run that 2-2-1 full court press. Maybe trying to cause some turnovers or even slow the tempo down a little bit more.
Tatum gets a hand on it. Nashville ball. We played a minute 16. Highs and lows for the Hornets. Scored 80 against Chester and only managed 24 against Collinsville. Lady Irish tried to go inside and throw it away. McNamara's highs and lows: 75 against Chicago Harlan and 26 against Marion Catholic. Jeff Bennett will talk about playing the East Suburban Catholic Conference and what a battle that is for his team. Kind of play over our heads, in his words. Skosma off the glass and in. Belinda Skosma averages 10.5 points per game.
I think it's good to see her get off quick with a basket there. She struggled a little bit yesterday from the field.
The Hornets try to answer, and Moeller does. She had just 6 points yesterday. 2-2, we played 2 minutes. Tatum will bring it up. And LaRue will start the offense, facing the Nashville man-to-man.
Nashville's a little bit more aggressive in their man tonight. Last night, I thought they really sagged off Quincy Notre Dame, forcing them to try to take the outside shot.
It didn't get them a win, but it was a great strategy all night, I thought. Tatum's long shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, tie up, and the jump ball will favor the Irish. And both coaches will go to their bench here. Brianne Pelker, number 41 in blue, will check in for Nashville. And Sarah Kidwell, number 4, off the bench for the Irish. Tatum off the inbounds, attacks, and is fouled. Draws a chorus of boos from the Nashville fans as Moeller picks up her first. Erica Tatum, 5'9" junior, 70% free throw shooter.
She's a tough player to defend because she can go in and out. She handles the ball pretty well for her posts.
Splits the free throws. And it's 3-2 McNamara. Nashville flirting with an over and back there. They beat the count and will set up in the half court. Pelker gives to Moeller over the double team, no good. Follow up, travel before the shot.
Last night, Bloomington Central Catholic was successful throwing the diagonal pass. So it'll be interesting to see if Nashville tries to go to that against this 1-3-1.
We'll have a timeout on the next dead ball. It's 3-2 McNamara, third place 2A girls game. Bloomington Central Catholic, Quincy Notre Dame will battle it out for the 2A state championship in the nightcap here. Skofsma, free throw line jumper is no good. Moeller another rebound. She averages almost 5 per game. Pelker double team down there in the corner.
It's a tough spot to get the ball and pick up your dribble, especially if they're going to fly down there in that double team.
Inside, diagonal pass, Moeller shot no good. Tipped by Hegemeyer. Moeller gets it, gives it to Ryan. Ryan's shot is no good. Follows her shot, gets it, scoops it up, no good. And a battle inside and a foul on Melanie Ryan. Second team foul.
I like how aggressive Nashville's being on the offensive glass. It is tough to rebound off of a zone, and right now McNamara's not finding bodies, and Nashville's just going to need to finish those bunnies on those second chance opportunities.
All right, it's 3-2 McNamara, back after this local timeout.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just sometimes that we're not really great offensive teams, and we've always had trouble maybe trying to score points. We've dealt with it. Sometimes, I know we haven't scored a whole lot of points down here in the years that we've come down here. Why that is, I don't know. But sometimes we have a hard time just executing things in the half court or things like that. Does it bother you? Yeah, it always bothers you as a coach, but you can't do a whole lot about it. We've been in every game almost, and hopefully we can do that. But hopefully it'll get better this year.
Yeah, that's something we talked about, Becky, in the intro. They lost to Stockton by 13 in 2001. In 2002, they lost by 6, or beat Hampshire by 6. Got blown out by Augusta Southeastern, but lost in overtime to Rock Island Alleman by 4. As there's a whistle. Go against Melinda Skofsma, her first. The other losses, they lost by 5 to Alleman in 05. Rochester was an 11-point loss in 07. They lost to Hamilton by 6 and beat Albany East Richland in the third place game last year by 3, and then another close one last night. So they've been competitive in the majority of their games down here at State, as Melanie Ryan knocks in the 3. There's your player of the game.
I think it just shows the type of coach that Wayne Hari is, though. He knows his team struggles on the offensive end, so he tries to do what he can to make his team successful on the defensive end, and it shows how well prepared he has his team, considering last night to hold Quincy Notre Dame to 39 points.
Nicole Coglanice with the miss for the Irish, and here come the Hornets with a 5-3 lead.
It does look like McNamara is getting back a little bit quicker on that backside, but that diagonal pass still looks like it's open.
Nashville possession.
Morris the miss that time, the tie up, and it will be Nashville ball on the alternating possession. You look at the Hornets program and you wonder, how do they do this? According to Wayne Hari, they're the 3rd most popular sport in Nashville for girls, behind softball and volleyball. Morris hits the home run from behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, it was kind of nice to hear him say that. I know we struggle with that at Shark 2. Softball always seems to be the favorite. And again, it shows that as long as they're committed when the season starts, you can be successful and find a way to get down here.
Tatum follows the miss but can't finish. Hegemeyer loses it out of bounds. A little physical in there. 8-3 the Nashville lead. And the wing jumper is good by Coglanice. She had 4 points, 4 rebounds last night. Helker from the baseline. We don't hear her scoring much. Only 3.6 per game, but she knocks in her first shot.
She came off the bench kind of late in the game last night, and I think Wayne Hari kind of liked what she did when she went in there, and she got off the bench pretty early in tonight's game.
Yeah, you were talking about Nashville. They only play about a dozen games maybe in the summer. And Wayne Hari says, well, we struggle sometimes at the beginning of the year. And they did this year, too, as Tatum hits the shot. Her first field goal of the night. She's got 3 points. I don't know. I guess call me old-fashioned, but to me that's a little bit refreshing that there are people that aren't playing the same sport year-round, because I know that's a very predominant thing to do these days.
Yeah, you're starting to really see that. I think each coach in their program expects them to be committed to that sport. But I think that's why you see Nashville struggle on the offensive end. They're not as committed in the offseason, and that's why Wayne Hari has to get them prepared defensively.
Moeller beats the double team, and it's a 5-point advantage for Nashville. And then on the other side, you look at Bishop McNamara, and they play in the East Suburban Catholic Conference we've talked about. The team's still alive there. Bishop Mac still alive in 2A. Fenwick in the 4A Super on Monday against Niles West. Marion Catholic in the 4A Super against Whitney Young, maybe the state's best girls basketball conference. Tale of two cities, Nashville, east of St. Louis, 3,027 their population in Washington County, enrollment of 549, the Southern Illinois River to River Conference. Kankakee, well known from the great folk song by Arlo Guthrie, The City of New Orleans. You probably never heard that song either.
I just think your generation's a little bit different than mine.
Could be. Oh, that could be. You need to Google some of that.
I'll make note of it. My list is getting longer.
As soon as I can remember the words, I'm gonna break into it. So get ready. I can't remember the Kankakee line.
Nashville looks like they're in a kind of a 2-1-2 look.
The Lady Irish trying to get back on track. Speaking of the City of New Orleans, they missed there. Skopsma battles for the rebound, and a whistle and a foul. No, they were out of bounds.
Yeah, last night I thought McNamara got a lot of second chance opportunities, but Nashville's doing a nice job of controlling the glass, boxing out, and finding bodies. I think it just shows, because that's usually the end of the defensive series, and Wayne Hari must work on rebounding as well as defense.
That'll be Irish ball on the turnover. Under a minute to go now. First quarter, Nashville up 12-7. say it's off Nashville. It'll be McNamara ball. Wayne Hari getting a good laugh on the sidelines. Tatum in the lane, just short. I think it's safe to say that you could probably take Coach Hari and Coach Bennett out for a cup of coffee after this, and you'd have a whole lot of fun. I think I enjoy the company of both of those guys, and probably hear a lot of good stories from them.
Good ball movement from Nashville to try to find the open player. I really like how she's playing. She's really crushing the offensive glass, and she's finishing underneath the hoop, Jennifer Moeller.
Morris has 5. 5 seconds to go now. It's a 14-7 lead. And that's how the quarter will come to an end. 14-7. Nashville doubles up McNamara. Back after this on the IHSA TV network. And we're back at Redbird Arena. Here's our first quarter statistics. Brought to us by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Nashville shooting a pretty good percentage there, and 2 of 2 behind the arc and out-rebounding the Irish 12-6.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of being patient against that 1-3-1 again, and they're getting some inside looks and some kickouts for the outside. And you've got to hit some perimeter shots. And you know, I know Melanie Ryan has hit one, and defensively they're not giving McNamara second chance opportunities.
I've got good news. We're going to get the lyrics to City of New Orleans, and that's going to be our halftime show. So tune in for that. Riding on the City of New Orleans.
I think the TVs might have just clicked off.
Thank you very little. You really don't appreciate my entertainment ability, do you? The entertainment value that I bring. Lady Irish don't find anything funny about it at all. Kidwell, she came off the bench for 12 points, 5 steals in the super sectional win over Walther Lutheran.
She's like a little Energizer bunny at the top of the point of that 1-3-1. She really gets after it.
Cuts it to a 5-point ball game. Ryan down the lane. The McNamara crowd wanted to travel. And the follow goes to Mackenzie Newman.
I don't think she played at all last night. I kind of see that Wayne Hari's almost going to kind of a bigger lineup. You know, he has Boriak on the bench, who's an outside shooter, but looks like he's going with a little bit more of an inside presence.
LaRue from the top of the key. Skosma the rebound. And a tie-up. And it'll be Nashville ball on the alternating possession. Tatum and Hegemeyer return. Mackenzie Newman did not play last night, you're correct. Back to a 7-point lead for the Hornets. And another loose ball and roll around, and the Hornets come out of there with it. They try that little diagonal pass into the post, and the Irish were there to break that one up. Gabby Lamore, one of my favorite names here at the tournament this weekend, in for the first time tonight. 6:25 to go second quarter, 16-9 Nashville. Melanie Ryan.
Nice job, dribble drive into the lane and hitting that little mid-range jumper. I'm always impressed how these coaches have their teams prepared against a 1-3-1, kind of a soft trapping zone, especially when they only have basically not even a day to prepare.
Tatum from the outside. Lamore got a hand on it, but Nashville controls.
Nashville really has spread the court out, making the zone have to really move.
Ryan from the elbow. She's got 7. And it's an 11-point lead for Nashville. And Jeff Bennett saying, oh boy, here we go again.
I just think McNamara has to do a better job of keeping the ball on one side of the court on their zone. I feel like they're just running all over the place, especially because Nashville has a court so spread out. They're going to have to try to deny a pass, that reversal pass.
Not much of an inside presence to speak of right now for McNamara. Tatum hovering out at the three-point line.
I wondered how many teams have played McNamara in a zone this year, considering that they've only shot 36 threes for the season. Most of their points come from inside. Right now, it's kind of surprising that Tatum is staying outside and not trying to get inside.
Right. Yeah, it was funny at the shoot-around. Jeff Bennett said, look at the three differential between us and Central Catholic, their opponent in last night's game. It was like 436 threes as Tatum drives and misses and loses it out of bounds. Was it like 436 threes for Central Catholic and 30-something for McNamara? He says, we haven't shot that many in my entire career here. 20-9, our score. Nashville in control back after this local timeout. And the Aledo Mercer County Pep Band is here. Rusty Ruggles, the band director. There you are. You're on TV. Smile. Play. Let's give a listen. I wonder if they know the city of New Orleans. All along the southbound Odyssey rolls out of Kankakee. Never heard that?
No, not my type of genre.
Is it Woody Guthrie or Arlo Guthrie? And then Willie Nelson did a great version of it. I've got that in the car. I'll tell you what, at halftime we'll run out and we can listen to it, all right? Past houses, farms, and fields.
McNamara's trapping a little bit harder here, like trying to create some turnovers. Again, good ball movement, though.
Skosma picks it off. She didn't have much choice, did she?
No.
It just almost hit her right in the face.
McNamara did a better job of rotating.
LaRue for three. Yeah, they just really don't have that in the arsenal, do they? We've got they got the lyrics to the whole song now. As she gives a dirty look to Mike, the production guy. 24 of 36 on three-pointers coming in to yesterday's game for the Lady Irish.
Kind of see how Nashville spread out in those four corners. It makes it a little bit more difficult for McNamara to get those traps.
Jeff Bennett took his team to Illinois Wesleyan University today. The women there won a CCIW conference championship today. Brittany Hasselbring, former Fighting Irish player for Coach Bennett on that team. Nashville crowd wanted the ball on that one, wanted to travel maybe. LaRue will try a three. It's good, just the 25th three of the year made. That's less than one a game for Bishop Mack.
Yeah, most individual players have shot that many threes. Looks like McNamara's being a lot more aggressive here in their zone.
I've got two copies of it.
Great take by Jenna Morris. Break into the seams of the zone.
She's got 7. Morris and Ryan with 7 each for the Hornets, who lead it by 10. We approach the 2-minute mark. Able to get the ball into the block, but it got blocked. It's a jump ball, and the arrow points McNamara's way. I have bad news. I think Oh Boy wants me to sing the whole song. LaRue again for 3. Oh my!
Yeah, those are huge shots. They need a kid that can hit some of those shots to get them back in the ball game. And now it looks like it's kind of sparked their defense. Their defense is really getting after it, trapping in the corners, creating some turnovers.
Here's LaRue on the run. Takes it all the way. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, you hear about businesses going green, and the Irish are green, and they're going green beyond that because, follow me here, Jeff Bennett has given them the green light from 3-point range. See what I did there?
That was not a real good analogy.
Oh, boy. Melissa LaRue. At the free throw line. She's got 7 points now.
It'll be interesting if Wayne Hari changes his defensive his defense right now and get out and maybe go back to man now that LaRue has hit those 2 threes, or if he'll stay in that 2-3 zone.
70% free thrower makes them both. She's got 8 points. And now the tide is turned. Jeff Bennett's team has the momentum right now. In the closing moments here of the second quarter, it's a 5-point game. Nashville led earlier in the quarter by 11. Oh, nice move by Tatum. She can't get it to go. And now a jump ball call on the rebound, and that will be Nashville ball. They did a nice job of getting the ball into Tatum that time, and she made a nice move there. Turned into a couple of girls, but then made some room and had a good look.
Yeah, she adjusted. She got blocked quite a few times because Wayne Hari's going with that bigger lineup, you know, with it and down low. And so she did a nice job of pump faking and just didn't hit the shot. She needed to use the glass down there. It's hard to teach girls how much more consistent they'd be if they use the glass.
Erica Brown, number 3 in for Nashville, and Borowiak travel. A little over a minute to go. First half. It was an interesting little play there. Skosma, the screen on the block, and it freed up Tatum for the bucket. She's got 5.
And this looks like the McNamara team that, you know, Coach Bennett talked about, just energized, and they're really getting after on the defensive end, flying out on shooters, causing some turnovers.
7-0 run for the Irish. They're back within 3.
I think LaRue kind of was that spark. She hit those 2 threes, and it seems to have everyone going right now, including Coach Bennett over there.
He wants a little more pressure from his defenders, I think. Nashville's going to try and hold for 1. They led it 20-9. It's now 22-19. Morris, nice into the lane, misses, and that one won't count. 22-19 our score at halftime. Nashville led by 11. The Lady Irish fight back and make this a 3-point game at halftime.
Yeah, and that's nice to see because, you know, last night they struggled on getting that run that they needed to get back from, you know, being down so much, and now they've gotten some energy, and I think defensively they're doing a much better job than they did last night.
Well, we'll see if they can carry that over into the third quarter. Kathy Wagner is with Nashville coach Wayne Hari.
Thank you very much, Lee Hall, and obviously not the way you wanted to end that first half. You had an 11-point lead. What happened there in the later stages of that first half?
Well, we got a little foul trouble, so we had to substitute a little bit. So we got out of rotation. So when we get out of rotation, you know, it affects our ball hand a little bit. We had some unforced turnovers, you know, but you got to give them a little credit. Their defense is pressuring us too, and so that's all part of it. But when you get out of your rotation, you're trying to sub, and you're putting people in different spots where they're not comfortable with, it's gonna happen. But we're happy. We're up 3, so we'll take that anytime.
Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
Back to you, Lee.
All right, Kathy, thank you very much. 22-19 our score. Nashville with the lead over McNamara. We will be back with more from Redbird Arena after this on the IHSA TV network. Stay with us.
Back here at halftime, NAR Studios, Nashville on top of McNamara, 22-19 here at the half. Kathy Wagner and Angie Krebs here at the NAR Studios. And Angie, well, Coach Hari talked about how they got out of the rotation because of foul trouble. That hurt them in the end of that first half because they were playing some good basketball.
Well, exactly. I mean, I thought for sure that this was going to be a very low-scoring game, very deliberate by both teams, and it seems like Nashville came out on fire. But in the second quarter, it seemed like Bishop McNamara took control.
Yeah, and really they did it. Nashville, at least in the early going when they had their players on the floor, really attacked that 1-3-1. The pressure wasn't quite what Bishop Mack wanted to have there, and they took advantage.
Exactly. I mean, that was one thing that I think I had talked to the Nashville coaches for the game, that was one of their main concerns, was how they were going to handle that 1-3-1, and I thought they did a nice job with it.
Yeah, and but if you're Coach McNamara or you're Coach Bennett, you feel pretty good now. You're right back into this ball game and an opportunity to continue that defensive pressure that you showed at the end of that first half into the second half, Angie.
Well, exactly, Kathy, because I think right now Bishop McNamara's guards are playing very well because Nashville's doing a nice job of double teaming down low on Tatum, and she's not getting a lot of open looks.
No, and she's not even inside, really. Against that defense, she was really outside of the three-point arc, like Coach Ince was talking about there in the first half. She wasn't able to get inside because of the defense, and they had her playing outside, and that's not exactly where they want her to be.
No, exactly. I mean, that's not her range, and I think if Bishop McNamara is going to win this game, they're really going to have to find some way to get her the ball.
22-19 is the lead, and we'll take a break, have some local messages. (22-19) Nashville with the lead over McNamara here at the half of the Class 2A consolation game, and we'll look at the halftime stats brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards, and obviously when you look at it, Nashville shooting the basketball very well, 10 for 20. I can do that math, even 50%, and 7 for 23 for McNamara. Those are the things that really stand out on that page, and 2 for 2 from three-point range as well, Angie.
Well, exactly, Kathy. I think that's the reason why Nashville built up that big lead right away, because of the fact that their field goals. But you have to give McNamara credit too. They kept shooting from the outside, even though their best player wasn't getting the ball inside.
Turnovers very low for both sides, 9 for Nashville, 5 for McNamara. Points off turnovers not really an issue, but Nashville with the advantage inside, points in the paint, Angie.
Right. And one thing too is the fact that McNamara is just not controlling the defensive boards like they are. Muller's getting the ball in there way too easy.
And we're looking at the leading scores for both sides. Ryan was 7, including a 3 there for Nashville. LaRue with 8 for Quincy for McNamara. That's for McNamara. So those are the leading scores for the first half, and it's a 22-19 Nashville lead over McNamara here at the half. And we've talked several times, but this third place game sometimes kind of difficult to get up for because you lost your chance at the big prize. But only 2 teams get to end their season with wins. One of them coming in this game, Angie.
Well, Kathy, and that's the one thing about it is, people got to realize that, it's an honor when you get up here and getting these medals. And if it's a first place to a fourth place medal, it's still the idea you're here.
22-19 is the lead for Nashville over McNamara. We'll pause for these local messages.
And we are back at Redbird Arena. We're at halftime in our 2A third place game, consolation game. Nashville leading McNamara 22-19. Lee Hall with Sherrard coach Becky Ince, and we get ready to take a look at some first half highlights. The Lady Irish battling back to make this ball game late in the game.
I thought in the beginning McNamara was a little bit passive on the defensive end, but they really started getting out in pressure, and that's what caused some turnovers and got them back in this game.
Melanie Ryan with the outside shot there. She was your key player of the game for Nashville. And it was all Hornets early. They led 20-9, but the Irish came back. Nicole Coglanice makes an outside shot there. And then her opposite number, that's Jenna Morris with the drive in the lane. And lo and behold, I don't know that they probably haven't made 2 threes in a game all year, but they did tonight. LaRue with a couple of threes.
And it's nice to see some other kids from McNamara scoring, so it's not just Tatum. So that now hopefully, if they do decide to double down on Tatum, they're going to have to obviously get out and close out on the shooter. So it was nice to see LaRue hit those 2 big threes.
All right, the third quarter is next, and we'll have it for you right here on the IHSA TV network. And there's our sub of the game. We didn't see her last night, but Mackenzie Newman, the 6-foot senior, into the ball game tonight for the Hornets. 2 points, 3 rebounds, a steal coming off the bench. And don't forget, you can get any regular footlong for $5 at Subway. Eat fresh. Back at Redbird Arena, 3A consolation game. We're at halftime, 22-19. Nashville leading Bishop McNamara out of Kankakee. Bloomington Central Catholic, Quincy Notre Dame up next for the 2A state championship. Congratulations to all the teams who made it all the way to state this weekend. Get a look at Wayne Hari. He reminds his girls all the time, you know, he played at Nashville, played high school basketball, went on to play 2 years at Southern Illinois University under the great coach Rich Hare, and he tells the girls all the time, my team's never won a regional. You guys really should enjoy this.
And he enjoys it, I think, just as much as his players do. It'll be interesting to see. Well, Nashville looks like they're starting off in a man. I thought they might come out, especially with LaRue hitting those 2 threes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to ask Jeff Bennett if they've made 2 threes in the same ball game this year. Tatum having a tough night from the floor. Just 2 of 9 now shooting.
I would still like to see her get inside on the block where she's strongest at. I think maybe she was a little intimidated from some of the blocks that, you know, happened early on, but to me right now her shots aren't falling from mid-range, so get inside, get some confidence, and then move yourself back out.
Good job of swinging the basketball here by the Hornets. 3-pointer for Ryan is off the mark. Tatum the rebound. She averages 4.5 per game. And she can bring it across. They go inside to her, and it has it blocked. Was that Hegemeyer off the back there?
Yeah, and then Jennifer Muller was in front of her. You know, that's a tough matchup inside there where you've got those 2, Hegemeyer and Muller, you know, taking care of Tatum. She's going to have to use that shot fake like she did first half.
She gives up a couple of inches to Jennifer Muller inside, height-wise.
Tough place to be in a 1-3-1.
Morris, the miss, a lot of contact inside. She follows her own shot.
I like how Jenna Morris cut there to try to relieve some pressure there. You knew the double team was happening, and she cut and slashed hard to the basket. And Jennifer Muller, being tall, you know, kind of threw it over that trap.
First basket of the half goes to Nashville. Jenna Morris with 9 points to lead the Hornets. That went off the mark. A bad pass. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and LaRue was the only one within 10 feet of it. Borowiak baseline jumper. And now a good rebound by Jennifer Muller.
It just seems like Tatum and Skasma are really focusing on the outside shot. And I would like to, again, I think they're going to be more successful if they start inside.
Tough pass inside, but Hegemeyer is there for the finish. Courtney Hegemeyer with her first basket of the evening. And it's back to a 7-point Nashville lead.
Try to do a little bit of a run and jump there on the point guard. Jenna Morris and Melanie Ryan are pretty quick defensively.
It's Alexis Payne with it, 5'9" junior. Tatum baseline jumper. She may just be a little bit out of her range there.
Yeah, and it just looks like she doesn't have any legs right now. She barely even jumped there, didn't even get off the ground, and leaving it short. Yeah, offensively, they just seem kind of out of sync, but you can tell Wayne Hari did a great job scouting. They're really sagging off the people that, you know, aren't a threat from the outside, so that's allowing, you know, less penetration and less inside game.
Hegemeyer was open inside, they didn't get to her. The Morris miss, Hegemeyer chases it down. Skosma was there too. It'll be a tie-up and Nashville ball. Get our first look at Shea Hari, number 33 for the Hornets. And we will go to break with the Hornets leading by 7 back after this local timeout. And the McNamara fans still into this ball game, trailing by 7. Maybe a little too into it. Although I thought the boa was a nice touch. You know, you could accessorize a little with that. I think with your blouse tonight, that'd look nice. Maybe you can talk to him in between games. Double team in the corner. They get out of it. Muller off the glass, no good.
Wayne Hari wanted that. You know, they kind of got lucky to get out of that situation and had a good look and just kind of rolled out of the basket.
Gabby Lamore, number 24, back in there for the Irish, as is number 4, Sarah Kidwell. This is LaRue, 2 3-pointers made in the first half.
I noticed Wayne Harry is subbing a lot more, and I just wonder if that's from being down here and kind of recognizing how the girls' legs aren't really underneath them, because he just does seem to be putting some more bodies in this game tonight.
These guys don't know how good they have it. Remember when it was just 2 classes, you had to play 3 games in 2 days?
Yeah.
Back in the old days. LaRue looks to make a move. Short.
Nashville does a phenomenal job of finding bodies when the shot goes up. You know, it's something that's really hard to teach girls. They seem to want to, when the shot goes up, to turn and look at the ball and go to the rim instead of making contact and finding bodies.
Nice pass inside. Hari can't hang on. Jump ball. And that will go to Bishop Mack. Morris with a nice little bounce pass. Hari just couldn't hang on to it.
It looked like she was trying to shoot it before she really had possession of the ball.
Buzz here in the arena tonight, awaiting that championship game and enjoying this game. Nice move by Tatum, but she gets it blocked again.
It's almost a game where she's going to have to do double shot fakes, you know, really get Moeller up in the air and try to maybe even draw a foul, but she's just going right up in, and Moeller's doing a great job defensively on Tatum.
Skosma from the free throw line. She got open. Her second bucket of the night. First basket of the half.
I think it's Fighting Irish. I think it's going to take some other, you know, Fighting Irish girls to start, you know, hitting some big shots, because Tatum is struggling a little bit. She even looks a little bit frustrated.
Irish picking up that defensive intensity this trip. And it pays off with a steal by Melissa LaRue. Coglanese off the mark. Pelker, tough shot.
It's a nice job of Jenna Morris seeing the floor, looked up, and again found her open teammate there, and a great job finishing.
Pelker has 4 points. Under 2 minutes to go now, third quarter.
Wayne Harry's pretty fortunate. He's got some big bodies. When he subs one, they, you know, pretty much the same height. He doesn't lose anything. Going back to that 2-3 zone.
Tatum over Moeller that time, got it away, but missed the mark. Yeah, that front line of Pelker, Hari, and Moeller that's in there right now is pretty impressive.
I do think McNamara is a little bit impatient on the offensive end.
Jenna Morris for 3. Morris with 12. She had 11 against Piasaw.
And Nashville did this last night too, and I'm noticing it tonight. They just always make that one extra pass and find that open player, and they, you know, they don't have anybody averaging in double figures. They're just very, you know, it's got that team chemistry out there, and they really look for each other.
Nashville back to a double-digit lead. They're up 10. Tatum misfires from the free throw line. Tatum just 2 for 14 now from the floor.
You almost wonder if Coach Bennett's going to maybe sub her out, you know, get her relaxed and kind of talk to her about maybe shot selection right now. Because you want her to keep shooting. She is a good player, but maybe make some better decisions on which shot she takes.
Nashville working the clock here for 1 shot as the third quarter runs out. The Hornets 27-7. Looking for win number 28 and a third place trophy. Be the second straight for the Hornets. 12 seconds down. Ryan gives into the corner. That's Pelker. It's short. Coglan needs the rebound. McNamara might get a shot off here. Can they beat the buzzer? No, she walked. 1 step too many for Sarah Kidwell. That's too bad. .6 seconds for the Hornets, who lead it by 10 now. I think she walked too. So we're through 3 quarters. McNamara had pulled within 3, but it's back to a 10-point lead for the Hornets. Back after this on the IHSA TV network. Here's a look at our statistics through 3 quarters, brought to us by Menards. Save big money at Menards. You get a pretty good look at the shooting woes for McNamara. And the rebound edge decidedly in Nashville's column.
Not a lot of free throws shot this game. Nashville hasn't shot any. I think that shows that, though, they're being very patient on the offensive end, moving it around and really finding that open girl. It'll be interesting here if Coach Bennett makes some adjustments to, Erica Tatum. How can they make her more successful and, again, find some open looks?
Jennifer Moeller will inbounds. Isn't it interesting to see how she's got her waistband turned over? The shorts are too long. The shorts have gotten too long. They've got to roll them up because they're too cotton picking long.
Oh, girls do.
I know, but I'm just saying the shorts have gotten like to the knee and it's too long. Looking like a fool with your shorts on the ground. Another song for you right there. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard Pants on the Ground, haven't you? Okay, finally we found a song she's heard, Pants on the Ground. Yeah, looking like a fool with your pants on. That's right. They're not shorts if they're too long. Roger Steele, our director, pointing that out. Pelker again from the corner. She talked about Tatum being out of range. That might be a little bit out of Brienne's range, too. They're going to let Tatum shoot that. Hey, she makes that one.
Like I said, you want your key players continuing to shoot because they're going to hit some big shots on the stretch. We saw that last night with Quincy Notre Dame. Carly Gigamacher kind of had a struggling game, but continued to shoot, and at the end had some key plays. Nice pass, Tatum ahead to Alexis Payne, and she finishes on the fast break. Really tells she's a track star there. She sprinted down the court, and that was a great feed. And actually a pretty tough finish.
The Irish cut it to a 6-point deficit.
Looks like Coach Bennett adjusted a little bit and put his maybe more athletic Alexis Payne at the point of the 1-3-1.
Nice pass, Ryan inside to Moeller. Moeller's first bucket of the second half. She's got 6.
Coach Hari's post do a really nice job of catching that high-low look and finishing.
And good passes into the post, too. I mean, they're threading the needle and giving it to them in a spot where they can score.
And it's not like they're not guarded. I mean, they're actually highly contested and still make that good pass.
Jeff Bennett calls timeout. We're back after this local timeout. The Nashville fans loving it. Up 33-25 with 6:11 to go. And this is just one of those things I have to point out. I apologize in advance, but one of the hosts for Bishop McNamara is Dennis McNamara, the superintendent at Springfield High School, and he was also my Little League baseball coach in Peoria. He's the gentleman in the red polo shirt behind the McNamara bench as Tatum scores. She's getting hot here in the 4th quarter now. She's got 9 after struggling much of this game. So it's McNamara with McNamara. That's almost fitting, I would say. And a jump ball call. We've had a lot of those tonight. And the possession arrow. There's Dennis McNamara. There he is right as we speak. McNamara and McNamara. It's like a law firm over there. I'm trying to wave at him. And he is in no way responsible for my lack of baseball talent. 5:33 left in this consolation game. It is a game. Now a 6-point contest.
You really notice when McNamara, scores, it seems like their defense gets more energy. It seems like once they score, they come down and they create a turnover, just like they did on this end.
Tatum, long shot, good boy. Who cares about percentage? Erica Tatum says, I'm just going to keep launching. And it is a 4-point ball game now. Erica Tatum heating up here with 5:10 to play. He's on a boat. He's on a boat. I like that guy with doing the binoculars there.
Is that a song too?
On a boat. That was kind of. It's kind of a Saturday Night Live skit, if anybody watches that anymore. There's the ladies in green. No luck, just skills. That's right.
And Wayne Hardy continues to go with the bigger lineup.
Credit to Jeff Bennett's team. They were down 11 real early and could have just said, well, we made it to state. It's good enough, but they did not. They keep battling, and Tatum whistled for the foul as she went for the basketball.
Those are tough fouls. She anticipated it was just a step slow. Give credit to Jenna Morris there, who met the pass.
It's only the second team foul this half. A pretty cleanly played game, can I say that? Only 2 fouls on McNamara this half, none on Nashville.
I do like Coach Bennett's adjustment, putting Alexis Payne at the top. She's a little bit longer than Kidwell. It's causing the guards from Nashville to struggle a little bit more with those passes.
Skofsma whistled for the foul. That is her second. She's Jack Sickman's cousin, the former Illinois Wesleyan great, St. Anne star that went to state, and who also played in the NBA for years with the Seattle Supersonics. I asked her before the game if she talked to cousin Jack at all. Well, he came back last summer and we got to chat a little bit.
Worry about acting. Or moving emotion.
There we are. My lovely partner.
Teen issues from anabolic steroid use.
Can't stand anything I say.
I don't think the viewers can either.
What?
I don't think it's just
You're
me.
on TV. Look over there. No, I didn't see.
Kids make the right choice.
Oh, boy wanted me to sing.
To find out how. A message from the National Federation.
Should I sing Pants on the Ground? You want Pants on the Ground or City of New Orleans?
Most of our viewers probably know Pants on the Ground.
Probably most of our viewers know this. All right, Quincy Notre Dame and Bloomington Central Catholic coming up next here on the IHSA TV network. Earlier today, it was Ridgewood coming from behind their first-year co-op to beat Cowden-Herrick Beecher City 54-44, another co-op. And in the championship game, it was a come-from-behind win for Hinckley Big Rock, 38-32 over Jacksonville Routes. It's quite a ball game. Pretty good sized crowd here awaiting our championship game. We hope you stick around with us for that. 33-29, pretty good ball game right here. And a whistle will go against Melissa LaRue, as we mentioned how cleanly the game had been played here in the second half. The fouls are starting to pick up a little bit.
Well, McNamara's getting a lot more aggressive on the 1-3-1, but I like how Nashville guards are really meeting their passes. That's what's causing that foul. Otherwise, it'd be a layup on the other end.
Borowiak's pass deflected out of bounds. Haven't heard much from Annie Borowiak this weekend. And another whistle against the Irish will go against Tatum.
Melanie Wright and Jenna Morris are doing a phenomenal job of penetrating into the seams of the zone. McNamara's not closing out, so that's what's causing the foul troubles. Is on that skip, they're looking to attack it as they're flying out.
There's Borowiak for three. She hustles after a rebound and keeps possession. LaRue goes after it. They both go to the floor. And they say it's off Alexis Payne, who hit the floor.
A lot of bodies there on the ground. It's nice to see that hustle from both teams getting after it.
Brianne Pelker back in for the Irish. She replaces Borowiak.
Roriak just
For the
seems
Hornets, rather, excuse me.
Yeah, she just seems to be a little out of sync here tonight.
Alexis Payne whistled for that foul. And they're starting to pile up quickly for the Irish. That's 6. I think they want to get the fouls and force, to get into the bonus to force Nashville to go to the line a little bit.
Yeah, and Nashville, I think last night did a great job of hitting their free throws. It just seems like right now they're trying to be aggressive, and sometimes when you're aggressive, the fouls happen.
And that will put the Hornets in the bonus.
Number 11, Alexis Payne.
Alexis Payne might have gotten bumped in the nose a little.
Team foul. Number 4, Sarah Kidwell.
Maybe a bloody nose there, the way she's holding her head back.
Ryan goes to the line for Nashville, shooting 1. And
This will be the first free throw of the night for Nashville. Melanie Ryan, 67% free thrower. Nothing but net on that one.
Yeah, I don't think that was really in Coach Bennett's plan to get him to the free throw line this early. There's too much time left in this ball game.
That's the first point of the fourth quarter for the Hornets, if my math is correct. And now LaRue comes off. She apparently has blood on her uniform. Or maybe on her knee. Well,
Sometimes that's frustrating as a coach because you have to sub them out. If they see blood, you have to sub them out. And sometimes it's not at the key time in the game that you want to sub.
I understand the concern, but if they did this in football or hockey, it'd be about a 4 or 5 hour game, wouldn't it? Melanie Ryan has 8 points. And that makes it a 6-point lead for Nashville.
Nashville goes back to that 2-3 zone, trying to protect the paint.
Get it inside to Skosma, and Moeller's whistled for the foul. Moeller's second.
Nashville foul, 42, Jennifer Moeller.
It's a first team foul and a half against the Hornets. LaRue back in. She will inbounds for the Irish. They trail it by 6.
They like to run this lob play for Tatum.
And Hegemeyer did a good defensive job until that last step, and she didn't quite stay in front of her, and that will be a foul on Hegemeyer.
Sometimes it just seems like girls tend to come out of their stance when the player they're defending still has their dribble. They've got to stay down in the stance, move their feet, take away that baseline drive.
LaRue will try another 3. She's hit 2 of them tonight. And Pelker loses it out of bounds. The Nashville fans thought she might have had a little help getting out of bounds. And I'm glad I didn't have to make this call. She and Tatum were both going for the ball, and Tatum's momentum forced her to nudge Pelker out of bounds. I kind of like that call if they're both going for the ball.
Yeah, you want the girls to be physical and be aggressive.
Tatum from the wing. It's good. She's found her range here in the second half.
She just feels comfortable in that spot. She continues to kind of set up in that 2-3 zone. She just continues to set up outside more than inside. And right now she's being effective with it.
She fouls Moeller at the other end, and that's 3 fouls, all here in the fourth quarter on Erica Tatum.
McNamara foul at 23, Erica Tatum.
Just a step slow there. Jennifer Moeller beat her to the block. And Tatum came around and reached from behind.
Shea Hari back in. That's not Wayne Hari's daughter. Her dad is Wayne's first cousin. And Jennifer Moeller goes to the line for her first free throws of the night. 60, make that 71% at the line. She's got 7 points now.
This is the second. Wayne had it was either a cousin or a niece who was a very good softball pitcher, pitched for Nashville when they won state, and went on to pitch at Southern Illinois. Tatum in the lane. She's fouled. She'll go to the line.
McNamara's really looking for their, key player that's been Tatum all season, and they're really looking for her, and she did a nice job of attacking the rim hard that time and drawing the foul instead of going up and getting blocked.
Foul was on Moeller, her third. Tatum, 70% free thrower, is now just 1 of 3 at the line tonight. Payne back in for the Irish. 5-point game, 2:32 to play. Bloomington Central Catholic and Quincy Notre Dame for the state championship to follow. Tatum makes it a 4-point game, and here's the full court, 3/4 court pressure by the Irish.
Looks like Coach Bennett wants Alexis Payne on the point. They did figure it out.
A 3-point bomb from Jenna Morris. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Hornets. Her third 3 of the night.
That's one of those threes you've got to hope that goes in, because otherwise Coach Hari is not very happy, because it's probably not a shot that you need right there that quickly.
Tatum answers. She's got 16.
Nice job.
Nice pass inside to Hari, and she's tied up but fouled on the floor by Sarah Kidwell.
Melanie Ryan and Jenna Morris really see the floor well. They've made some great passes tonight.
Tatum was 2 for 8 in the first half, Becky. She's now 5 for 11 in the second half, so she's really picked it up since the break.
And she continued to shoot, and that shows how much confidence she has, as well as her team has in her and the coaching staff.
Shea Hari makes both free throws.
I've been pretty impressed with how many talented freshmen that we've seen here at the state tournament this weekend.
Boy, it seems like that's been a trend too the last 4 or 5 years. Freshmen and sophomores just come down here, and they're not just on the floor and playing, they're contributing, and sometimes major contributors. Tatum tried the 3 that time. Morris the rebound. The Hornets lead at 41-34. 7-point lead and a whistle against the Irish. That's 10 team fouls, so double bonus now for the Hornets. The final 1:27 of this ball game. Melanie Ryan back at the free throw stripe. 9 points in this ball game and won't get into double figures there. That one was perfect. Melanie Ryan with 10. And it's back to an 8-point lead.
McNamara's going to kind of have to do a little bit more of a quick offense here. Either an inside shot here or maybe a quick hitter here for a 3.
Air ball, Kidwell grabs it. Tatum can't hang on to the pass. Jeff Bennett 6 Sweet 16s his last 7 years.
McNamara can't quite catch the girl to foul her. They want to put a receive foul at this time.
And Tatum will get the whistle for her 4th foul and 2 more free throws for the Hornets. Jennifer Moeller coming off knee surgery last summer, and she's had quite a year. She is the leading scorer at 9.5 a game. I wonder when the last time was a team came to state with no double-digit scorers.
Yeah, but if you look, again, you see just that atmosphere, that team play. You've got,
Sure.
Melanie Ryan with almost 8 a game. Jenna Morris is up there with 6. And that's how they've been playing, these 2 games, definitely as a team.
It's a 10-point Nashville lead here with under a minute to go now in the 2A consolation game. Kidwell, no good. Pelker the rebound.
surprised that McNamara's not fouling sooner. I guess it got even better. A steal there.
Skosma takes it away, almost lost it. Gives it ahead to Coglanice, and she's fouled with 22.1 to play. Wayne Hari was asked what's special about this 2010 straight trip. You know, you've been to state in 01, 02, 05, 07, 09, and now in 2010. And, you know, you think, well, does it ever get old? And he said, well, it's where we came from. We weren't very good early. And, you know, we talked about they don't play a lot in the summer. That we weren't very good early. Didn't know if we could get the job done. They've come such a long way, and I really appreciate it. And you know, that's interesting to hear a coach say that he really just appreciates the effort and the hard work that these girls have put in to make them a better team.
And I would love to go watch his practice, because just the energy he shows here in games, you know, on the sideline, he's up and down just as much as the girls are. You know, I would assume that his practices are high energy, a lot of intensity, and that's the way he gets his girls to play.
We've got an official's timeout. He's pointing to something on the floor.
Official's timeout. There's blood on the floor that needs to be cleaned.
Blood, looks like.
Could be. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're loving it in Nashville. That guy can't see. He doesn't have any idea what's going on.
There's one of those on both sides.
The QND folks are ready to go too. Careful, don't hit Sis with that towel. You could put an eye out, kid. There's more Raider fans. Let's see Notre Dame.
Subs in.
Number 22.
Oh, yeah.
Set score. Number 20, Paige Schwartzkopf. And number 14, Caitlin Jasper entering the game for McNamara.
Trying to get everybody's name in here in the final seconds. I don't think we're going to get it done. Whistle there. Keisha Setscore, number 22, is in there. Jolie Wall, number 11. Caitlin Jasper for Nashville. Paige Schwartzkopf. The Irish Caitlin Schaefer, number 20, is in there. Kennedy Shutter, number 42. Kylie White, the assistant coach's daughter, is in there as well. And one more, Emily Olszewski. We got all the names in. And it's back-to-back third-place trophies for Wayne Hari and the Nashville Hornets. (44-35). McNamara made a run and made it a three-point game at halftime, but Nashville was not to be denied here tonight.
Yeah, and I know Coach Bennett's probably frustrated and disappointed, but I did think McNamara bounced back from that disappointing loss and really got after it and played hard. And I just thought Nashville really played with a lot of confidence, you know, last night and tonight. And I think they probably gained confidence the way they played against Quincy Notre Dame. And Wayne Hari, again, great, you know, defensive adjustments he made, went to that 2-3 zone, kind of switched back and forth with me, and I thought that caused McNamara some problems. They just couldn't get in sync on the offensive end.
A couple of really proud programs that you know, make trips to state on a pretty regular basis, and they will each take home a trophy here tonight. Let's go to Kathy Wagner. She's with Wayne Hari and the Hornets.
Thank you very much, Lee. And Coach Hari, 2 straight third-place finishes. You have to feel pretty good about that.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you get third up here, it's pretty nice. I mean, Kankakee's a quality basketball program. Jeff does a great job. You know, this kind of game is, you know, both teams are so worn down. It's just, you know, how much stamina you have left. And we just did a great job, and a great job by Jenna Morris here. She's played almost the whole time, both games, and hit some big shots for us. She just did a great job for us.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks.
And now talking with our Country Financial Player of the Game, Jenna Morris, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 threes for you, Jenna, and a third place finish here again. What does it feel like to get that third place trophy?
Oh, it feels great because last year, third place game, I was hurt, didn't get to play, so I was really pumped that I didn't get hurt this year, and I was excited that I had a good game tonight.
You certainly did 3 threes, and you're able to, the second half, you really they cut it within 3 with a flurry at the end of the first half. You guys kind of controlled the second half.
Yeah, we knew we had the lead, so we came out, we wanted to keep it, we didn't want to go back down any, and we just did really good. I'm proud of the girls and everyone, and just excited.
Congratulations, Jenna.
Thank you.
That was Jenna Morris, our Country Financial Player of the Game. We'll send it back over to Lee Hall.
All right, Kathy Wagner, thank you very much again. Jeff Bennett, Wayne Hari, a couple of quality gentlemen, a couple of quality programs. Be proud to have my daughter play for either one of them, and congratulations on great years for both of those coaches. Fighting Irish finished 22-11. Nashville with the win 28-7. We're back at Redbird Arena after this on the IHSA TV network.
Kathy Wagner with former Carlisle coach Angie Krebs, and well, Nashville gets another third place trophy, and I know Coach Hari pleased about that, and you have to be pleased to get 2 third place finishes in a row.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's one thing I know that they were concerned about before the game, and I just thought their girls played very well, and they did what they needed to do.
And Coach Ince talked about it, their good effort by Bishop McNamara as well. He got back in the game in that first half, like a nice little flurry at the end of that first half to cut it within 3. And just couldn't get over the hump in the second half, but still the effort was there by the girls for Bishop Mac.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, Kathy. I think Bishop McNamara, they were, when they would make their runs, it was at critical times, but it just seemed that Nashville always had an answer for it.
And we're going to take a look at the stats brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. And Nashville 16 for 33 from the field, 14 for 33 for Bishop McNamara, and the big number 4 for 8 from three-point range, including 3 for Jenna Morris, our Country Financial Player of the Game. Those are huge.
I think that was definitely the difference in the ball game right there was those 3-point field goals.
And a 32-19 rebounding advantage for Nashville as well. And taking a look at our second points in the paint, our second page of stats there, 18 points in the paint for Nashville as well. Turnover numbers down for both sides, Angie. That was really not an issue in that game.
Well, no, exactly. I just thought both teams handled the pressure very well, and I'm very shocked that Nashville had more turnovers than McNamara.
Yeah. Looking at the leading scores again, Jenna Morris leads the way with 13 points for Nashville. Tatum with a great second half as well for McNamara. Kind of took her a while to get going, but she certainly found her shot there in the second half.
Yeah, and I was glad to see that because I thought for McNamara to get back into the ball game, they definitely needed to get her in the scoring.
Yeah, they certainly did, and a nice game there overall. Both teams, again, getting to this point. Both get trophies. That's the most important thing. Obviously, you win your last game of the season, but both have trophies here, and a huge accomplishment just to get to this game, Angie.
Yeah, and I give both teams credit. I mean, that's great. Third and fourth place teams, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
And we're going to take a timeout, and we'll hear from our local sponsors.
Presentation of the third and fourth place team and individual awards for the 2010 Class 2A Girls Basketball State Tournament. Presenting individual medallions and team trophies are members of the IHSA Board of Directors, Vice President Ron Connor of Clinton, Jeanette Knuckles of Normal Community, and Greg Bradley of Mount Zion. At this time, please meet the Fighting Irish of Bishop McNamara High School, who finished the 2009-10 season in fourth place with a final record of 20 wins and 11 losses. First meet the principal of Bishop McNamara High School, Kurt Waits. Athletic Director, Rich Zanani. Head Coach, Jeff Bennett. Assistant coach Kurt Waits. Assistant coach Julie Gonski. Assistant coach Jackie Keeter. Assistant coach Bob Branca. Manager Ellen Rogers. And the Fighting Irish squad members, number 4, Sarah Kidwell. Number 5, Nicole Coglianese. Number 11, Alexis Payne. (13) Melissa LaRue. (15) Kylie Waite. Number 20, Caitlin Schaefer. 23, Erica Tatum. 24, Gabby Lamore. Number 25, Rose Aviles. 33, Belinda Skosma. 35, Emily Olszewski. And number 42, Kennedy Shutter. At this time, please meet the Hornets of Nashville High School, who finished the 2009-10 season in 3rd place with a final record of 28 wins and 7 losses. First meet, the superintendent from Nashville High School, Wendy Davis. Principal Justin Elms. Athletic Director Neil Heyman. Trainer Rachel Kinsey. Head coach Wayne Hari. Assistant coach Doug Altoff. Assistant coach Dempsey Whitty. Assistant coach Danielle Kaufman. And the Lady Hornet squad members, number 3, Erica Brown. 5, Jenna Morris. Number 10, Melanie Ryan. Number 11, Jolie Wall. 14, Caitlin Jasper. Number 15, Rena Ruggles. Number 20, Paige Schwarzkopf. 21, Annie Borowiak. 22, Keisha Setzkorn. 25, Courtney Hagemeyer. 33, Shay Hari. Number 41, Brianne Pelker. 42, Jennifer Moeller. And number 45, Mackenzie Newman. And now will Coach Bennett and the captains of McNamara please step forward to receive the Class 2A 4th place trophy. And now will Coach Hari and the captains of Nashville please step forward to receive the Class 2A 3rd place trophy.
All right, we will be back at Redbird Arena after this local timeout.